All right, welcome back, tamers. Okay, because people who raise Digimon are tamers, people who raise Pokemon are trainers. Now, this is exciting. What's going on here? Well, this is just going to be for fun. Let's take a look at my hobby here, and these are going to be Digimon vpets. There's Digimon Digivices, which you just kind of like have a Digimon in there. You don't really take care of them. These ones you raise and they will pass on, and then you can raise another one, even multiple in these. And I do have this one here. It is the Digital Monster version X2. We're going to be opening it up. Very excited for this. Kind of expensive, right? And that's the thing about these things. I got a lot of stuff to talk about. We're not going to go over everything in this video. If you do have any questions that I don't answer in this video, leave them down below, but I have plans for all kinds of stuff. So right off the bat, if you're planning on getting into this, which one do you want to get? Do you want to get this one here, which is going to be the 20th version? I do have that case, and it is going to be kind of like if you did play these back in the 90s, it's going to be similar to that. So let's go ahead and pull the tab on this. Now, I do have, this is like my mecca, because I have been using this one ever since I got back into it several months ago. Has all kinds of Digimon. Now, if you did play these back in the day, if you had to change the battery, you could do it very quick, but it would most likely reset. This one, you could take the battery out and it stays loaded. So we're going to go ahead and load, and we're going to set it to a time where it's awake. It's 8, and there you go. When you put the tab in there, essentially you're just hyper sleeping them. And we're going to be going over the differences between that one and then the Pendulum Z, which is going to be this one. Which one do you want to get into here? So this is going to be a super ultimate. Did work pretty hard to get this. Had to jogress it. Jogress means mixing two of the Digimon together to become stronger. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of take care of this here. We also have Hackmon on here. What is this one? Oh, Jessmon, sorry. This is actually another very strong Digimon as well. And I just wanted to raise these two on here. Now I have a whole bunch of these, and I do raise all kinds of different ones on all of them because it's fun. And what's the end goal for these things? If you're like, well, what's the deal? You just raise them or something? Yeah, that, but the biggest gimmick here is going to be, you see these two things at the top, battling them. So you're going to be able to battle all kinds of different ones here. You can battle them with this one, and you can battle with this version, other versions I don't even have, and it's just a good old time. And now there's even a fan-made thing where you can actually, if you get one of these things called a DCOM here, connect it to it, connect this to your phone or your PC, and then you can actually bring it into this game called World, and it's kind of like a little RPG for your Digimon, and it stays pixelated except color. You can battle other people, you battle monsters within that world, and it is awesome. So yes, you can raise 2 now on these devices, which is pretty amazing. And you can, you know, do what you basically did back in the day. I see a lot of the reviews, if you're going to go over there and you're looking at the reviews, and some people are like, this is nothing like the one in the past. It is. It really is. It has got the original eggs, and it's got so many more on here. It's not too much more complicated, I would say, but it's amazing. So anyway, this one here, if you are somebody who's busy, you can't take care of them all the time. Now there's a little trick here, what you can do. Basically, this one allows you to freeze them. So I'm just going to go over the basics here so you know what's going on between these two differences here. But if you're looking to really get into this, you're probably going to get both the Pendulum Z and the 20th version. The 20th versions are fairly cheap. You can get them on Amazon, and I can't believe the prices right now. It's incredible. In a couple of years, they're going to dry up and they're going to be expensive. So the Pendulum Z allows you to just straight up freeze them, which is amazing. It just doesn't age or anything like that. As these get older, they're more prone to pass on, die, and you'll have to start over, right? So this one you can freeze them, this one you can't. But there's a little trick with this one here, the cheaper one, if you're looking to get into it. And by no means, just because it's cheaper, doesn't mean it's lesser. This is still amazing. So besides that, if you can't take care of all the time, there's a little trick where you go in here and you go to 9 p.m. I like to set it to like 9:01 or 9:03 or something like that. And what you can do on this is put them to sleep. What am I doing here? This one you can just, like back in the day, you couldn't just make them sleep. You had to either change the time or whatever. So we're going to go ahead and just put it to sleep. And when you do that, they sleep for 3 hours. This one specifically falls to sleep at midnight. So we'll be looking pretty good. It'll just stay asleep with that 03. And it does raise its age quite fast if you keep changing the time like that. And it is going to age quite quick. I've done it with this one. It should be like 7. So keep that in mind. If you're really busy, this one it works. It's fine. You know, if you can't take care of it, then, you know, work it out. But for this one here, you can freeze it. So anyway, we have this one frozen. Let's unfreeze this guy. See what we have here. So this is going to be a special Digimon that you're going to have to connect to the other 2 versions in order to get it. And this is going to be Gabumon Friendship or something like that. It is one of the strongest. And these ones get not complicated. There's just more to them, which is amazing. So this is going to be level 10. You can power them up and all that stuff. So there's like a little bit to them. It's not just raise them. You got your age, which is still 1. And the reason why is because you go straight from a rookie, which is a lower stage, into this one here. And I've just been freezing it up so it doesn't pass on. And then, of course, you have the hunger and the strength. If you know what that is, basically, if those go down, you get a call sign. And if a call sign goes off, that's a care mistake. We'll get into all that stuff. But basically, keep it afloat by keeping these hearts up. Effort just shows that you're training it and making sure that you're strong. If you're going to be level 10, more than likely you'll have that effort up there. Right? So basic stuff here. This is really strong. And these can hold up to 3. So if you go to backup, we have Metal Garurumon here and Dukemon. This is going to be the first one that I raised. So I do also have Metal Greymon, sorry, War Greymon, that I could Jogress these to get Imperial Jamon, but I'm not going to do that. We're just going to keep them like this because we already actually have that on the version. So let's stop all the chatter and get into a battle. Do you want to see what it's all about here? Let's go ahead and wake this thing up. Let's change the time. Actually, we could just wake it up. And we're going to unbox that thing here in a minute. So great. Let's go ahead and just battle these. So how it works is we go to battle. And we're going to actually just do other. And that's going to be more so when you're trying to just battle against other things. So you got the Z battles, the 20 battle. Those are not completely compatible with that. So we're just going to go other, pick our Digimon. And you got that original sound. There they go. Who's going to win? I think the Garurumon Friendship is going to win because it's just so strong. But then again, this one is also. Oh, wow. He won. Wow. Incredible. Okay. Also, there's like a kind of a rock, paper, scissor aspect to it, too. Let's go ahead and see what type this thing is here. All right. So did you see that VI? Oh, this is actually a free, so it's not affected by any types. But essentially there is a vaccine, virus, and data. The vaccine is going to be strong against the virus. The data is going to be strong against the vaccine, and the virus is going to be strong against the data. So it's kind of like the circle of life deal, you know, Pokemon typings, you know. So there you have that. Justmon, pretty awesome as well. What is the age on this thing? 49. So I have raised Digimon up to 99 beyond. They do become more prone to passing on. Takes up to 20 care mistakes or skulls to have them die. So make sure you don't do that. Anyways, well, maybe you want to. Let's go ahead and open this up. And first, let's go ahead and see what we have here. What do we have in the stock for these? Backup. Imperial Jamon. So this one is the wait, which one? This one is the more leveled up one. This is the stronger one. They look pretty much identical. And then you have Armageddonmon. I love this. It looks like a xenomorph. One of my favorite sprites. And then this one is going to be kind of like mirroring the Gabumon Friendship. It goes from the Agumon into this after you do like 49 battles. So that's another rare one that you're going to have to connect to 3 other versions. And then we have War Greymon here, one of my favorites as well. So now let's go ahead and get into the opening of this. I'm excited. Been waiting a while to do this here. And like I said, this is just like kind of a, I don't even know, just like a warm up to what we're going to be doing on this channel here. Maybe I'm focusing a little too much on certain aspects, but and not others. Let's go ahead and cut this open. And before we do, go ahead and take a look at this. It is in Japanese, but these are, you know, you can use these even if they're in Japanese. These Pen Z's are the names, but otherwise, you know, you have all your other options. I mean, well, let me see here. Let me see if I can find some options here. So yeah, so you get backup, library, record. So it's not like you're not going to know what you're doing. Battle, Jogris. As far as the 20th versions that you can just get on Amazon, well, you can get these on Amazon, no problem. Yeah, definitely. They're like 60 to 70 to 80, $90, depending on which one you want to get. The Nightmare Soldier one is probably going to run you a little bit more because it's just a more sought after one. But these ones are typically going to be like 15 bucks, 17, $18. So man, can't beat that for now, folks. All right, so this one, on the other hand, is a different story. Why is it more expensive? Because it's a Japanese version. It's a little bit more rare. And it's just like that. So for the 20th versions, hold on, let me figure this out here. For the 20th versions, the brick ones, the ones that you used to have back in the 90s, those have a multiple different eggs. As far as these ones are concerned, they've only got one egg, but they got a bigger growth chart, meaning there's a lot more Digimon that you can get out of that one egg, as opposed to these ones where each egg is sort of limited to that, you know, growth chart, but there's multiple different eggs you can pick, and then you can have two at the same time. I mean, it's freaking awesome. And I got a stack of them over here. I was getting all hype about this video and how I'm gonna do it, but I just started talking about random stuff there. So anyways, let's get this open. There it is, beautiful. Ooh, I'm excited about this. Now, I didn't get into this, would have got back into these a long time ago, but the thing is, ooh, I'm about to rip this. They're expensive as heck. So it does come with a comic book here. All right, we're not going to worry about that. It comes with a comic book, cool. So you got the tab there. Essentially, it's the same shape as these, everything. But the difference is you got these 20th versions, and then this is the Japanese X, meaning X antibody. These Digimon are going to look a little bit different. Personally, I think they look cooler, and it's all about preference on the sprites that you want. There is like a website, it's basically the Bible for this thing. Let's go ahead and pull that, and it teaches you what you need to know about everything on how to get every specific Digimon and which versions have what exclusive eggs. And yeah, you can definitely unlock some eggs with this one if you connect to like 5 different ones or several different versions. Anyways, let's get this going here. This is all new to me. This is military time. Let's just go ahead and do that. And we have our egg. Should be about a minute before that does hatch. Now the difference here for the pendulums, and then these as well, to train for these ones, let me show you. You have to go in here, then see 3 arrows. There you go, 3 shakes. We think we'll get a close-up on these ones for this version 2. Take a look. Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. And then he's going to go ahead and do his little training thing there. For this one, you don't get a close-up, but the training is going to go like this. You just tap, 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 get that thing filled up there, and simple as that. Now, if you're trying to speed train, you can back out right there, and it does count to fill up your heart. If you're new to this and I'm going a little fast, I'm sorry. All right, so we're still waiting for this egg to hatch here. As far as this one has a super ultimate in it that I raised. I just put the tab in it to keep the battery preserved. I don't put the tab in these ones because I'm playing on the little MMO, and I'm using them frequently. So we got our egg that is hatching here, and so I watched a few videos on this, and you get to roll this, you know. All right, get a 4 there. So I am kind of a noob to some of these things as far as, you know, all these different versions and what exactly they can do, but I'm pretty up to date on this. So for these special versions, and I do believe the Pendulum Z's, you're only going to be getting the yeah, Pendulum Z's definitely have these. For the littler Pokemon, you're only going to have a couple of hearts, but as they get older, they will rise up. So for this, what I'm trying to do, I guess we can go ahead and feed it because it does evolve, but for the next stage, I don't want to take care of it because I need to get care mistakes because I'm going to go into the Black Agumon because I've already looked at the evolution line that I want to go through. And that's another thing. These get very specific. If you're still wondering, like, what? I still don't get it. Like, what's the, you know, the obsession with these? I love sprites, folks. The sprites on these look, I don't know. There's just something about it. It brings back my childhood, and they're really fun, especially with all these fan things that have been made. And also another fun thing is, well, not fun, I guess it's more of like an investor kind of thing. If I ever decide, or if I ever need money, if I, you know, just can't afford this anymore, then I could just sell them, and they usually maintain their price and or rise up. That's just the way they are. The market for these things are insane. But anyways, we're gonna let that sit there. Really happy that I got this today. Can they battle at this stage? I don't think they can. No, they can't. Definitely not the baby stage. So we have several more over here. We're gonna go ahead and open them up to see what we have inside, and then battle them. Let's go ahead and load this one up here. I think, oh man, I think I have the same. Yeah, that's the same one. Grace Novamon. All right, yeah, so, oops, we'll go ahead and just, I don't even think I need to feed it if I'm going to put the tab back in, so we're just going to go ahead and put that back into hypersleep because it saves the battery and their age. So we just put that tab right back in there, and essentially there you go. You're good to go. It's not going to age. It's not going to do anything. All right, so we do have one that I want to show you guys that is probably going to bring back some nostalgia. I just raised them, and I'm pretty excited for them. We got a poop on screen, folks. And I'm going to get myself a little bit more together, I suppose, for these videos. It kind of just went into this like randomly here. So let's go ahead and open up this one as well. I'm very specific with these. I put them back in the case. I wash them. I don't make sure I don't have like lotion or anything, and my hands are all greasy when I touch these. Load. Now this one is interesting because I kept changing the time so they couldn't go to sleep, and they never aged. So we got Teddymon, aka Monziamon. Let's go ahead and feed them so we don't get a care mistake on these. So if you do remember these back in the day, you will remember Monziamon. So it is age 0. And how I did that was, it should be like age 4 or 5 right now. I just kept changing the time so it couldn't go to sleep, simple as that. And met all of the requirements. So let's go ahead and take a look at its egg animation here, or its heart animation. If you remember that as well, choose those hearts. And this one right here, it's not the strongest, but I just wanted to raise it. And then we do have this funny guy here. All right, and he does shoot heart as well. It's almost like as if they're connected. All right, and what else are we going to do here? Let's go ahead and see what we have going on for this one. I got tons of these, folks. Let's get it. And this is another one that I've been raising ones that I like. So we have Examon here. Examamon, absolutely a beast. Age 26. So we're going to go ahead and heal him up. We've got Omnimon on this one here. And Omnimon does evolve into Imperialmon. So we're going to go ahead and do this. And let's go ahead and battle Omnimon with... I don't think it really stands a chance up against the Garurumon or the Gabumon. Let's go ahead and do it though. Alright, so let's see what we have going on here. Let's battle these two. So, yeah, you can take these online, and I'm probably going to do that later. Play that MMO. It's awesome. The guy who's doing it, I support him on Patreon. I will leave a link if you want to check it out. I mean, I don't highly recommend you do it right now because unless you know what you're doing... How is this thing losing? It's supposed to be the strongest one. Please don't get a heart or a skull. Great. So we got this other one calling me over here. I'm surprised we don't have more calling us. All right, so let's go ahead. The buttons on this are very, you can hear that? I don't know if I like it or... The screen looks good. Let me look at it off screen. Yeah, the screen looks great. As far as those buttons, whatever. So why the price? Well, it's just rare. What is this? I don't even know what I'm doing. Oh, it's the dice that I rolled. Okay. All right, so we'll just go ahead and leave it at that. We don't need to do any more with that. Let's go ahead and open this one here. Let's go on a roll. I haven't looked at this one in so long here. Oh my gosh. Did it actually? Tell me that's not the one. Well, that's what it looks like when they die. Okay, thank God. Okay, that's the one. All right, sweet. I was going to say, I worked hard to get this guy here. It should be young too, maybe. 5, okay. Go ahead and wake it up. It's probably been like 2 months since I've since this thing has done anything. Let's see if we actually... Oh, we've raised it all the way up to 10. And then you're going to have various different levels too. So if you do remember, you couldn't battle anybody if you were just by yourself. You only bought one of these. So how do you battle? Well, on these pendulums, as well as the 20th, you can go into here. On the Pendulum Z's, you're going to have 50 levels. Looks like I beat all of them. Wow. Did I beat them all with this thing here? Let's see if we can beat the last boss. So you're going to essentially have these levels to go through, and they count as your battles, that requirements that you're going to need to level up to the next one. So 50. Okay, as you can see, yeah, that's the one we were talking about. Gabumon Friendship Spirit, or whatever. I need to go look at the specific name. So let's go ahead and battle it. Shake it 3 times. Oh, the clicker sounds different on this one compared to the other ones. It's been a while. Look at that. Look at that close up. That's nice. All right, so it is giving us a Gabumon rookie here because that's what it evolves from. And we'll just go ahead and watch it, I suppose, by skip it. Wow, it dodged our super hard-hitting move, but we get hit by it. What's going on here? It's not the way it's supposed to work. Trying to get a focus here on this thing. Yeah, we're definitely going to beat it. So yeah, this is it. Is this exciting? Is this what what am I getting excited about? Yeah, it's a hobby, folks, okay? You know, it's definitely a hobby. Alright, so we take the win there. This thing is calling us again. Man, just give it what it needs already. There's not really too much to show off. Oh, we're fighting the last boss. Literally. Let's see if we can win. Okay, good start, good start. And we didn't even use any items. You actually can have items to help you as well as items to help you rank up or extra experience points. No, that close-up was kind of a mess, to be honest with you. So we dodged it, that's good. And alright, I think we can do this here, man. This thing is just like pooping, like, oh, it's evolving. Yay, evolved. Sorry about the glare here. Okay, so for this one here, that looks cool. Oh no, now we're at the boss. Okay, now it's the last one. Okay. Whoops. I'm all over the place. Alright. I don't know about this, to be honest with you. This is a little tough. I really do like that sprite. And that close-up looks awesome as well. For a lot of these sprites, if you haven't, you know, looked at them before, you're not into this, you'll probably think to yourself, I can't even tell what the heck that is. Right? You kind of need a picture to go along with it. But if you've been following these for a while, you kind of understand what's going on here with them. Alright, so you can do all kinds of different combinations for the shake, but technically you just want to hit all those arrows. The higher you make your Digimon's level, which if we are going through those options and you see the 10 with the star, that's the max level that you can get, and it does require XP. And like I said, you can use items to help you get more XP while you do this as well. So this is looking interesting here. That's not quite it. One more hit. How's our health looking? I didn't see it. Oh, okay. One more big hit and we're done. Oh, we win by default. Nice. What a beast. What a beast. Level 50 cleared. That's it. So there is a little trick here. And you get XP. You get a little song too. You are the champion. All right. Sweet. So we'll go ahead and see if it has any hearts down. Nope, it's good to go. Much appreciated. Let's go ahead and put you back into your hypersleep where you belong. So I like to hold on to all these because there are tournaments. Groups of people have tournaments for these things, and or just preserving their life. Where do I put the tab? Oh, it's the bottom for these ones. And bringing them onto the MMO that we can play later on. So there you have it. Some of the Digimon is just, you know, it's my little fun hobby that I like to do here. Probably should make all these, put all the tabs back into these ones here. I'm going to put the, let's look at Examamon. This guy looks pretty cool. Let's take a look at his little animation. He has that little gun when he attacks. Pretty cool. I would keep battling these things until all night long, except for they get a certain amount of skulls and it's GG's. And that means like after you battle, you have a chance of getting a skull being injured, in which that if that does happen, you go over here, you go to this thing and you heal him up, but it's doing fine. So there's Examamon and Omnimon. We're going to go ahead and put the tab back in that. Put the tab back in the Monziamon and Teddymon, or I just call it Teddymon, whatever. All the tabs back in there. Okay, now for this one here, this is the one that you'll get for cheap on Amazon. It's awesome. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. I mean, it's not, you know, you can get ones that are broken, I suppose. I've seen a few where they're like the top part wasn't appearing, but I have about 12 different ones and they all work fine. There's a few where the screen's a little lighter than the others, like this one here, unfortunately, is a little bit lighter. You can't really tell on camera if I move it down a little bit, but that's just kind of normal. Anyways, you can see all the Digimon that you did raise here. We got a bunch on this one here. And if you want to see what the eggs look like, let me see if we can pull one over here that doesn't have a second Digimon. Look at all these things. Pretty awesome. And if you tap on it, it'll tell you their name. These two are one of my favorites. Yeah, I love those. And there's the Examon, Grace Novamon, and there is the list. So the Joggerus on this one is kind of secret. That's where you put two of them together. It takes a specific type to do that. We'll go over that in a different video on, you know, the whole list on the specific site that you can go to. For these ones, the Joggerus is a lot easier. Let's go ahead and just wake this one up. And essentially you just go over here, go to Joggerus. You can go to Connect, which it's going to Joggerus with the War Greymon that I do have. So if I connect to another one that is compatible with it, say the Metal Garurumon that we do have in this one, I do believe. Yeah, we will be able to turn into Omnimon, but I don't want to do that. I just want to keep it like this. Or you can go to Joggerus, Digimon, and then select one of the backups that you do have. So you can do that. I'm not compatible with any of these with the current one that I do have for the main, which is going to be War Greymon here. It is in Japanese. Just their name. That's the only thing that's in Japanese out of these whole things is literally their name there. So it's not really a big barrier about it. But otherwise, I'm very excited for this. This thing has an amazing evolution line, and it is going to be great. Another one that's the name is in Japanese, and to train, it's the same. Wait, I have no idea what this is. Okay, you gotta like land it right at the top. That's right. I remember that from watching it on videos. And then that will determine whether or not you get like the super best hit that you can get. That's good. That wasn't good enough. All right. So let's see if we can try that again. Hey, left us a nice poop. What is normal? Oh, I suck at that. It's kind of a little hard. It's delayed when I'm looking through it on the camera. You can skip it. So another good. If you get it perfect, it'll say like excellent. Flash across the screen. Let's keep trying. Is there more? Okay. Let's keep trying here. I'm going to look at off the screen. Oh, I suck. Let's try again. There we go. Let's see if we can get that excellent. Hey, there it is. There it is. Very nice. All right. So these things are freaking awesome. I'm really excited about this one. I'm going to stay up tonight and get back on World, which is that MMO, and do a little playing. What I typically like to use, I like to run around there with the Monziamon, the Teddymon thing here. But when it's down to business, let me see, where is the main one here? No, not this. When it gets down to business, we're going to bust out the Imperialmon. Wow, this is awake. I need to not do that. This one here is the strongest thing you can have. There are power numbers, meaning like there's a number of specific power that they have assigned to each one that is going to determine how good they are. And then for the Pendulum Zs, when you do rank them up here, you see that it's level 10 with the star. That's the max rank here. Lower levels can't get to 10. Some can, but not all of them. This is bringing their power up even stronger. So when you're fighting them, connecting them together like this, it's definitely going to determine the outcome if you do have that effort put in there ranking them up. And as far as these ones here, how does it work as far as like putting an effort like that? Is there levels? Do you rank them up like that? Well, they have the effort. So this is essentially their level up, you know, full effort. You're going to have to train 4 times to get one of those hearts full, and they don't go down once you're in that evolution, and it'll stay there no matter how long. Say you have it alive for 20 days, those will never go down, even if you put in the tab. So there is that. I don't know if it goes beyond 4. I would like to think it goes up to like 6 hearts. So I power it up, I train it just extra just in case, but otherwise not really too much more to it. But these ones do get more powerful, so if you're looking to get the most strongest Digimon around, you're definitely going to want to go with one of these Pendulum Zs here. I'm going to show you the box that this one did come in. If I do have it on hand, well, I don't have that one on hand, but let's just look at this one here. So here's the box, and they came in a set of 3. So this one, let's see here. No, not that. These 3 came in a set, and I ordered 2 sets, and you know, it was pricey, but I knew what I was doing because I've been waiting to do this for a while. I don't go and spend my money on a lot of other things, folks. If I ever need to sell these again, well, bingo bango, I'll be able to get my money back. It's not like I'm investing in a bunch of like camping equipment that's going to be used up and kind of like really not wanted by other people. I take care of these things, so if I ever have to sell them, I can. I'm just saying that because you know what, I'm spending all this money on these little Digimon things. Like, hey, Poke, where you getting all that cash, right? So I don't really have any other things I'm doing. Pay bills and then, you know, make videos. So these ones came in a set, and I bought 2 sets of those. So I have a whole nother set that I haven't even touched of these that are just kind of, you know, lying around in case I, you know, resell, just to have them unopened. And then here are the boxes for the other 2. You got the special one for each box, and they have different evolution lines. So you really want to kind of, I'll leave a link down below so you can check out the site, maybe navigate around. I'll be going over that in the future, so you can rest assured I'll be guiding you through all that. Don't really know what else I'm going to say right now. I can keep going on and babbling about random stuff, but I think we'll probably end it here. Pretty long video. Like I said, if you have any questions, leave them down below. We're going to be getting really specific in the future here on these things. And, you know, care mistakes, which is when you get the little icon that comes on here, is it a, you know, do you want to care mistake? Technically you don't, but for some evolutions you do, which is going to help you go into certain other ones. But other than that, yeah, before we do go, let's go ahead and swap over into Armageddon here so you can see what it looks like. And we'll go into its animation so you can see its sprite, because this is my favorite one here. Like I said, it looks like a xenomorph. Look at that thing. Its older sprite wasn't good. I didn't like it at all. But this one is freaking awesome. So full effort and 10. So this one does have effort and it does have a level. That's why I like it. The effort is going to be required for some stages to get into some Digimon, because it's not like you just feed them, put them to sleep, and then clean up their poop. It gets very specific here, and it gets extremely specific for these. This is crazy. One egg, but crap, the roster is insane. I can't wait. I'm such a nerd. Such a nerd for these things. Okay, so let's go ahead and see the animation. This one's awesome. That looks weird, right? Shoots that crazy cool ball. So we'll look at War Greymon as well, because I personally think that's one of the best. This one's close-up is great. It looks good, but I think I like its sprite farther away than that close-up. But let's go ahead and see War Greymon. Is it in this one? Too many Digimon to remember here, and I'm keeping this out of the fridge for some weird reason. Let's do this one. But before we do that, let's go ahead and freeze this. See, I'm very specific here. Want to make sure they don't age, because the older they get, the more prone they are to dying. And it should be frozen, right? Okay. Oh my goodness. So yeah, if you just straight push the back button, it will just show you the stats there. All right, so this one only requires 2. And as you do level up, it does require less arrows. Nice close up, but not as good as War Greymon. Metal Garurumon, you're awesome. And one of my favorites. That close up is awesome, but not the best. Okay, before we go, let's go ahead and look at it. Oh wait, let's put this one back into its hypersleep. And losing track of all these Digimon here. And we'll look at this one. Now the reason why there's 3 arrows is because just different requirements, even though it's level 10. Look at that close-up. That's good. I love that one. It gets very detailed, even for these little pixels, right? Awesome. Love it. Or Greymon. What a classic. So there you have it, folks. The rundown here. And if your final thoughts, which one do you really want to get right now? If you're thinking to yourself, you know what? These are awesome. I like these. If you're first time, it's not like if you get this one here, you're going to be like lost. Oh my goodness, this one's so much more complicated than the 20th. Not even close. It's not even like that. You can go ahead and hop into this. It's going to be a little bit more, but I'd say maybe try this one out cheaper to see if you're really into it. But you're pretty much getting the same thing here. And if you're really thinking about this, you can at least be able to freeze these ones if you're busy, and that's a very nice feature. And or put them to sleep, and they're still going to be able to have the process into becoming the next evolution, because it takes time. When you put these ones to sleep, the evolution process stops. When you put these ones to sleep, regular sleep, when they just go to sleep, not hypersleep. So basically when they call you for you to turn off the light, then they will still be growing. So there's different perks to these. If I had to personally pick one. Well, I haven't used this one yet. This one is probably going to be it, seeing all the things that I've looked up online and the evolution line. But I think these ones are probably really going to be one of the best ones because of the egg selection. It's amazing. The rosters are not typically that small for each egg. You got your standard one, but this one here does have 1 egg, and it does, you know, branch off into a bunch of different Digimon. But it's going to be hard. I can't just pick one. But if I, somebody say, well, you have to. You're only going to have to be able to have one of these. Which one do you want? Probably this, because you got the most eggs. All right, so there you have it. There is my quick little talk, babbling on about these things for so long here. But anyways, if you did enjoy this, I guess hit the like button. I don't even, it's weird to say that on this channel. And yeah, like I said, if you have any questions, put them down below, and I'll see what we can do about that. Answer some more questions and bring you some more videos on these things. All right, so I will catch you all next time. Thanks for watching, and take care.